Okay, so this is not clickbait. This is legitimately the scariest video that I have seen on the internet. And one of the main reason that it is scary is that not only does it concern people, but there are individuals that actually want this. So listen to it.
Every product is a service waiting to happen. If you think about it, I mean, your cell phone, why do you want to own your cell phone? How many of you own your cell phones? How many knows if the company owns it? It's actually not a lot. I mean, you want the function, you want the service, right? Why do you want to own a cell phone if you can just lease it? And if you lease, why shouldn't you lease your refrigerator or your washing machine or your dishwasher? Or why do you want to own it? I mean, it's not like the plastic in the middle. It's like, I own a broke dishwasher.
Because when it's yours, lady, no one can take it away from you. If it's not mine, someone can stop access to my cell phone. If it's not mine, someone can actually have access to the information that I have on my cell phone. This is like the dumbest argument that I have ever heard. And the fact that people are going along with this and they're like, yeah, this is a great idea. No, it's not. No, it is absolutely not. You do not have privacy unless you own it. If you do not own it, at any point, someone can take it away. And the thing that scares me is that there have been so many examples with people that had like a subscription fee to something, and then they lost it because they upset the companies. Like, unironically, there was an article about this gentleman who had a smart house, and he had a delivery guy that thought he heard that someone in the house called him the N-word. So he calls up Amazon and files a complaint. The guy comes home, nothing works anymore. The lights don't turn on, the refrigerator doesn't work, because his service were terminated. So he has to go and call Amazon, wait for customer support, wait a couple of days, tell them what happened. And he was lucky that he had the evidence that he wasn't home and no one else was. So the person that came in couldn't have possibly heard the N-word because there was no one in the house. So the company like first terminated the service. Again, like for something that's not even a crime. I mean, you know what? I don't care if you're a liberal. Saying the N-word in the sanctity of your own bedroom, which is the argument that was used in order to get gay marriage, is not a crime. All right? Like, if you're in your house and you say the N-word, I think that's not illegal. Distasteful, sure. Enough to get someone the level of funk that his smart house is not functioning, no. And okay, so you do not get to the courts anymore. Right? Like if this was a crime, if saying the N-word in your house was a crime, he would have been, taken to the courts. The person accusing him would have to provide evidence, like a recording or a witness or something. And then the person defending themselves would be able to provide their defense. It's like, well, I have cameras, I never said it, maybe they thought that I did, or I have my witnesses, right? And then you get a punishment that is for a finite amount of time. Like maybe 1 month, 2 months in prison, I don't know. Like how much should you get for saying the N-word? 10 years. Okay. The problem is that these companies, they terminate your services forever. Like I don't know of a single company that, once you get banned for a severe violation, you're allowed to come back in a couple of years. YouTube doesn't allow it. Twitter allowed it when Elon Musk got on the throne, but like, let's be honest, that's a rare exception. PayPal doesn't allow it. Patreon doesn't allow it. Like most of these companies, once you're banned, you're out forever. Like if you commit a crime, if you kill someone, you go to prison, and depending on what you did and the severity, you can actually come out a rehabilitated person. Never with social media, right? So you're giving these companies so much power in order to, like what, your washing machine she was talking about? Like your washing machine is now on a subscription-based model, so that if I don't pay my subscription 1 month, if I'm late with the payment, I can't use the washing machine? Or if I upset the company, if I do something that violates TOS, my washing machine gets taken away? It's just, what a disgusting world, wouldn't it? We had this before, though, didn't we? We had this before in medieval time. You had the nobility, which actually owned everything. Like de facto, the noble owned the land. The noble owned the house you were in. Like they owned everything. You just rented from them. It was called serfdom. And she doesn't stop here. Listen to this.
I mean, wow. No, why don't you want to go into a business model where the company owns it? You know what happens when the company owns it? Actually, they can bring down the prices because they don't have to buy new metal and new plastic. They design a much better product. It lasts a lot longer if they have to pick it up when it breaks. They might even send somebody to fix it. And in the end, they will do a better product, and you will...
The level of optimism here is astonishing. No, they will not do these things. So you're using the environmentalist logic, right? It's like, oh, it's recyclable. No, they don't give a fuck. Like, here's the thing. The way things were going meant that everyone could buy a smartphone. Like, that's how good capitalism is. I see people who are beggars, okay? Homeless people who are beggars, they have a smartphone. That's how cheap things were getting before 2020, before they fucked up the economy by having all these regulations that encourage them to print money, push them into foreign wars and other shit, which broke our economy. Stay home, stay safe, and other crap. But like, if you guys remember, before 2020, like, things were looking good. And every year it was better than the last, right? Before they started with this nonsense. So why exactly should people want to have a subscription model when they could own it? It's like, oh, they're going to make a better product. They already were making better products. The phones that we had in 2020 were far superior than the phones we had in 1990. And by the way, you know, like the idea that, oh, they will make a better product and take it from people. Okay, so you want me to believe that getting a new phone is actually worse than getting a company that gives me a phone that was used by someone. They probably passed away, and, you know, now the company took their phone and gives it to me. Or someone passed away, they took their washing machine and now gave it to me. Like, do you want this system? I think it's a horrible system. You know, so someone said the N-word, so they're taking their washing machine away. And people support this. That's what really scares me. That, like, people look at this and they say, yeah, I mean, it's a good thing. And I blame the Zoomers, to be honest. Because, like, most of them didn't experience how it was like having a job before 2020. They don't even conceive the fact, well, maybe, you know, one day I can buy all these things so I don't need to have a subscription. And not to mention, like, you saw what happened with PlayStation. I made a video on my other channel, but they're basically, like, deleting movies from people who purchased them. Like not streaming. No, like, you buy a movie through PlayStation. I don't know why people would do that, but that's irrelevant. So they bought movies through PlayStation, and now they're deleting those movies. Because you don't own them. Like, unless it's a physical thing in your hand, it is not yours. It's the same with the digital currency that they're pushing, the CBDC. If you do not have something in your hand, if it's in a cloud, if it's electronic, it is not yours. You do not have it. And at any point, someone else can take it. For any reason. Because it's not yours, it's theirs. Yeah, we will own nothing. No, like, someone owns it. It's just not you. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.